But what the audit found, and we have a picture we're going to pull up for you right there, is that there were plenty of ballots that suffered bleed through, and as many as I think roughly, let me make sure I get this right, 36,000 ballots did not use the vote secure paper. The Maricopa County audit, the audit of the presidential election results from 2020. The whole country has been following Maricopa County's audit of the election results, and they just came out in a hearing yesterday and revealed some of the major findings that they came out with there. And the findings were shocking, to be frank. It looks like Maricopa County election officials are either completely inept, completely corrupt, a little bit of both. That's probably what my bet would be on, but.
We're gonna be doing dumb and dishonest.
Dumb and dishonest
or the whole show
that should
today,
be the new
apparently.
name of this show is dumb or dishonest. But some of the findings, and our site was blowing up when some of these stories started hitting.
Yeah.
People really are interested to hear about some of this. Among those findings were 74,000 ballots that were received and counted in the election results, mail-in ballots. There's no record of them ever being sent out in the first place. So that was probably the biggest of all the bombshells revealed. In addition to that,
that's a huge number when you consider that Arizona went for Biden by like less than 12,000
about
votes.
10,500, I think, something like that.
That sounds right.
In addition to that, the election security systems, they found those to be incredibly outdated. The last time they were updated was August of 2019.
Oh, that sounds safe.
And some of the cybersecurity experts that were hired by Arizona Republicans to conduct the audit, they found that it would take about 10 minutes to hack those systems if someone knew what they were doing. In addition to that, remember SharpieGate?
Oh, yeah.
Remember those times?
Yep.
Those were fun times with SharpieGate.
It was brief. There we go.
There we go.
We have a visual aid, ladies and gentlemen.
So SharpieGate, the whole controversy was that election officials at different voting sites, they were giving certain people Sharpies to fill out their ballots and certain people, other utensils that you're actually supposed to use, because if you use Sharpies, they can bleed through the ballot paper and basically invalidate that entire ballot. And so, election officials told us there's no way this happened. There was no bleed through. All ballots in the Maricopa County election used vote secure paper, which is this really thick paper that's supposed to prevent bleed through from any sort of, from Sharpies to pens to anything. But what the audit found, and we have a picture we're going to pull up for you right there, is that there were plenty of ballots that suffered bleed through, and as many as I think roughly, let me make sure I get this right, 36,000 ballots did not use the vote secure paper.
Wow.
So they were vulnerable to bleed through.
Right. Now that doesn't mean we had 36,000
No.
invalid ballots. It doesn't mean we had 3 invalid ballots. It just means that what Maricopa County told us, that this was not a problem, could not possibly be a problem, was either ignorant or a lie to the tune of 36,000
Sorry.
times,
So so I double checked that number. That was 168,000 ballots.
Okay.
That
a little,
could have
a
been
little more than
compromised.
36,000 ballots.
I was a few off
168,000.
there.
Yeah.
It's a
Do
little
you work for the Maricopa County Election Board? Because
No, but I
that
might as
sounds like
well.
they're kind of counting. Yeah.
And, as this entire audit's going on, Maricopa County, their election officials, they have refused to cooperate with the audit despite what they're saying. They've refused to hand over really important records.
Right. Ignoring subpoenas.
All of those things, records about the router data that would have showed just kind of if the election systems had been compromised or not. Yeah. Information regarding the transfer of ballots, the different hands that they came into. None of that information has been given to auditors. And so...
And they've just apparently been rude about it. Like, the some of the testimony yesterday in the hearing was, we asked for these envelope addresses, and they told us you already have them, and they're in this like several terabyte dump of information. And so the auditors are like, okay, well, where? And they go, and the answer is like, you already have them. Okay, but where do we have them? We already sent them to you. It's like, That is not helpful, Maricopa County.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And one of those officials had the audaciousness to come out, I believe, late yesterday and say, we've given those auditors everything they need to conduct an audit.
You're right.
And this is all a farce and all that. But, they haven't been. These people, if nothing else, these people are inept and they don't know how to protect our election security.